Hello everyone, welcome to my incredible integers video about Genshin Impact. What are integers? Why are they so confusing? And why do we need to learn them? Well, I'm here to teach you all about the basics of integers. An integer is just a whole number that could be negative or positive. In Genshin Impact, these things may not be so noticeable until it's brought to light. Most characters have 5 crit rate, and it can be increased by characters' equipment called artifacts. Some characters like Kokomi have negative 100 crit rate, meaning she will never crit, unless you put some crit artifacts on her. Let's say that enemy has 10,000 health, and I deal 500 damage to them. They will lose health. We've been talking about characters, but how do we get them? Well, Genshin has in-game currency called Primo Gems. 160 Primo Gems is 1 pull, and 1,600 Primo Gems is 10 pulls. Primo Gems are hard to earn, so some people buy them with real-life money. If you've spent money on Primo Gems, used it, and refunded it, Genshin will detect that, and they will add minus Primo Gems in your account. Another way to have negative Primo Gems is to top up from third-party sites that claim they're cheaper. If you don't get your Primo Gems count back to a positive number, your account may be deleted. Moving on. Now let's talk about adding integers. How do we add integers? Well, it's just normally adding. -3 plus -8. How do you add them? So you see we have 2 negatives right here, and all we do is add them and add the negative. Suppose you spent 160 Primo Gems on 1 pull, and you spent 160 Primo Gems on 1 standard pull. Now, altogether, how many Primo Gems have you lost? The answer is you've lost 320 Primo Gems. Now, we've talked about adding integers, but how do we subtract them? To subtract integers, you take the bigger number and subtract it with the smaller number. Then you use the bigger number's charge for your answer. Suppose you got Kokomi. She's an awesome healer, but you want her to be more awesome. Kokomi has minus 100 crit rate. You give her an artifact set with 71 crit rate, and you give her a weapon with 33 crit rate. How much crit rate would Kokomi have now? The answer is she would have 4 crit rate. Let's talk about multiplying and dividing integers. The rules of multiplying and dividing integers are really similar. The first thing you need to do is solve the charge. If 2 charges of the number are the same, then your outcome would be a positive number. But on the other hand, if the 2 charges are different, then your outcome would be a negative number. To multiply or divide, all you do is determine the charge and normally solve the equation. For example, how do we solve positive 4 times negative 5? First, we determine the charge. Positive 4 has a positive sign, and negative 5 has a negative sign. Now, both of these charges are different, so our outcome would be a negative answer. All we do now is solve the equation. 4 times 5 is 20. And since we already determined our charge, the answer will be negative 20. Now we've done multiplication, let's do division. Negative 10 divided by negative 5. This time they are both negative charges, meaning the answer will be positive. Now all we do is divide them. 10 divided by 5 is 2. We've already determined our charge, and it is a positive number, meaning our answer is positive 2.
Your Yulin deals 20,000 damage per skill.
You plan to improve her by giving 100 crit rate and 100 crit damage, meaning she doubles the damage she normally deals. The moment you use her skill, how much damage will she do? The answer is 40,000. Xiao loses health every second of his ultimate. Your Xiao has 10,000 health. His ultimate lasts 15 seconds and he loses 3,000 health in total. How much health does he lose per second? He loses 200 health.